Off we go. Here we are. I hope this is the right place. The taxi driver seemed very sure of himself.
Is there any news?
No, but there's trouble. One of our breedings has escaped.
Excuse me? How could that happen?
Obviously, someone forgot to close the door to the laboratory. The breeding object is probably still in close proximity.
Slavic. We have to report this to the king immediately. Set up a connection.
Hi, this is David Fox. Hey, you seem familiar. You're that guy from my dream last night. Yeah, in my dream I saw you, those huge nose glasses and some strange face on Mars.
He knew too much. I had to exterminate him.
Slavic, let me speak to the king, now.
Of course. A connection established.
Boss, can you hear me?
Slavic, what is it this time?
Sorry, boss, but it's an emergency. I was just informed that one of our breeding objects has escaped.
That cannot be true. Come off it. Evacuate the greenhouse and dispatch guards immediately. And give those green weeds some more of our serum. They have to obey me, and me alone.
Of course, Master. We arranged that.
Hi there.
Shh! You're about to chase away the fish.
You don't seem to catch anything anyway.
Well, basically, you even had a point here. But I'm afraid I have no time for long conversations today. I made a promise to my wife to catch a big fish for dinner. But as I can see, nothing wants to bite.
What do you suggest? Do you have bad technique?
My laddie, you don't remember those ancient electronic TV games with the fishing rods, do you?
Yeah, I remember those. They were kick-ass.
Hey, yeah, since I've been practicing those for several years, and your argument about the wrong technique just doesn't catch.
Could it be you're using the wrong bait?
Oh, that would even be the case. That's because those Scotch worms are extremely hydrophobic. You throw them on your rod, and willy-nilly they just jump off your hook. Now what a cheek.
Never heard of that before. How do you get around it?
Well, I use worms made from wine gums, but obviously I'm still unable to use that as an effective bait for fish.
Maybe Nessie ate all the fish.
You don't really believe those cock and bull stories, are you?
Well, I'm gonna go look for some other things around here.
Not many, my laddie. Not many.
I could look around for more suitable bait he could use. Maybe this will make him a bit more communicative. Hey, why not use this for bait?
Aye, sir. That looks real good. But how am I to fasten the bait to my tiny hook? Thanks, my boy, but without a bigger hook, this mission will surely fail. Here, my laddie, my fishing rod. Here you are. Please see to it that you can find me a bigger hook. I'm gonna wait until you return, aye?
I should rethink this. I've sharpened the coat hook. Now it has an extremely sharp point. Okay, I'll remove this small hook and replace it with the coat hook I found at Stanislav's. Looks like I've got a bigger hook now.
Yeah, that's real good, chap. Off you go. Well, old chap, you wouldn't have reckoned such a handsome kind of fish, would ya? Ta much, because without you, the result would have been zilch. You can barely imagine the stink my missy would have kicked otherwise.
I do what I can.
After all these years, I would have given up the thought to actually finding any fish here ever. But alas, I forgot to bring my cooler.
Ew. From the looks of it, this is well beyond the expiration date.
Yeah, I really gotta look sharp. But there's a little time left for me spinning some sailor's yarn if you wish.
Well, something's been bothering me. Your accent isn't like the others, and you don't look like a typical fisherman. It's all a little fishy to me.
Congratulations for those good ears of yours. Look, I feel I can trust you. So yes, Switzerland is where I come from, and that whole thing is a disguise, because you can never be too cautious these days.
I've spoken to your old colleague, Dr. Levy, in Paris.
Good old Giulio chap. How's he doing?
Fine, I guess. He's ordering highfalutin stuff like starfish, blueberry ragu, and more there.
That old footy has always known how to spell savoir-vivre.
He told me about your experiments and how some shady club shut you down. Can you tell me anything else?
So you're very likely to know about our research project. We did observation and research into cases of sudden, unnaturally strong plant growth. Shortly before our breakthrough, that particular horticultural club came in, and speaking of which, what was its name? Mechanical Peace was the name. Those guys were reported to be meddling with the Swiss government, and even had the Swiss army behind them. When the court slapped us with a restraining order to axe our research, accusing us of species-inappropriate plant housing, the army invaded our greenhouse and declared it a military exclusion zone.
So much for that infamous Swiss neutrality.
Eventually, they conveyed both our entire research material and results to that horticultural club, with the intention that it would take care of the reconciliation of our experimental plants.
Species-inappropriate plant housing? Might as well throw anybody who owns a plant in jail. You know what grounds they accused you on?
By and by, the suspicious arose in me that this dubious organization has done research on similar phenomenons before we did. That's why they wanted to have us out of the way. The thought they only wanted to get the Nobel Prize before us is most absurd, though.
But instead?
Just imagine what a man could do if he had the power to control the plant growth. He could easily control the botanical market of the entire world.
Oh, yes, that would be a horrible situation, wouldn't it?
Without any doubt, because whoever had such a power would be able to produce magnificent plants in just one day, easily flooding every market. That could be a disastrous thing, because who knows if the plants cultivated this way will be able to ever reach the quality of the ordinary ones. Just use your imagination and think about plants aging faster. That is, you would buy a rubber tree, and by the end of the week, it would be dead. Confidence in plants would be shaken big time. No one would ever buy plants again, and we would end up living in a world without any indoor plants. What a horrible thought.
World population says goodbye to LO. Sounds pretty ridiculous. But couldn't this same technology be used to ruin fields? If this somebody made whole areas infertile, they could corner the market and make billions.
No, that sounds completely preposterous.
So what did they do with your papers?
Well, they occupied our entire greenhouse. I was there again once, but I was unable to get any closer anymore, because the whole area is securely fenced and heavily guarded.
What would they need so much security for?
Most probably they've simply taken their own creations there, and P3800MS just want to use our results in order to bring theirs to perfection.
So I guess the only way to stop this insanity is to take a closer look. In Zurich.
So be fair warned, if you intend to walk around the security zone, it's vital for you to wear an effective disguise, because in there, everything is well guarded. And if you just stand out from the crowd a bit, you never know. Maybe you'd become Audrey's next dinner.
Whose dinner?
Audrey, she's a carnivore plant of a yet unknown species, P5500MS. I brought her with me many years ago from an expedition in the Mexican territory. She was the first plant to be responsive to our experiments, which which led to her strict aversion to insects. She wants a more exquisite food now, you know?
Ugh, I don't want to think about that. Thanks for the advice, though. I'll try to come up with a good disguise. Ever wonder why this fish looks so hairy?
Yeah, I do. And it reminds me of times when I was still at sea with my fishing boat. For days, nothing would bite, and then suddenly...
You don't have to pretend. I know you don't own a boat, let alone know how to use one.
Fair enough. Yes, you've caught me. But I also have to think of my disguise.
Okay, I think I have to run.
Tight lines, my laddie, and make sure to keep a stiff upper lip, eh?
Can I borrow your fishing rod for a bit, please?
Just go on, laddie. I even postponed my plans of fishing to next week anyway.
I could try to cut off the hair. Would it be alright if I gave this hairy fish a little shave?
Sure thing. Just go on.
Well, let's go over the plan. If I'm going to Zurich, I'll have to have a good disguise. Disguise? Maybe a mask. Yes! Good idea. But where to get one? And where are we going to fly this time? Finally, I can go back to home sweet home San Francisco. Where am I supposed to go now? I ought to visit the infiltrator office. Let's go there. Home sweet home. Hi, Debbie.
Hey, Zach. What about that ongoing research for our cover story? What, did you find another two-tailed squirrel in your granny's cookie can?
Two-headed.
Pardon me?
The squirrel is two-headed, not two-tailed.
Did I really say two-tailed?
Yeah, you did, but hey, two tails would be better than one, am I right?
Hey, I don't see the fun of it. So what do you want now?
Well, I only wanted to have a little chit-chat.
Chit-chat?
Nothing big, just a little small talk, banter.
I know full well what chit-chat stands for, yet it seems a little peculiar to me since we spend most of our time throwing sharpened pencils at each other. Or more exactly, you throw unsharpened ones at me, then I sharpen them and throw them back.
Well, I was planning on adding a little variety to that.
Whatever. As you can see, I'm quite busy. You have something important to tell me? If not, please let me continue my work.
I've got an unusual question to ask you.
Oh, yeah? What's cooking?
It's a little embarrassing.
Is it more about those buck-naked clowns that appear in your wild dreams at night?
No, not those, damn it.
You think sushi drowned?
Fish can't... Look, just forget it.
Then what exactly?
I'd like to borrow your glasses.
What the hell do you need those for?
To read something, obviously.
Did I get that right? Mr. Zak McKracken, the guy who called me Miss Four Eyes at every possible opportunity, needs my glasses because he's got some reading problems?
It's not quite exactly like that, Debbie.
Shut up! I ain't finished yet. I'm riding on a surge of euphoria, and you can be sure I will use it to the fullest. You, who knows a whole plethora of names for me, you call me Blind Bat, Spectacle Cobra, or even Diopterosaurus. You are in urgent need of my glasses?
Yes, damn it, yes! Oh, sorry about that.
Ha! Now you come crawling on all fours, but I ain't gonna fall for that. Frankly, you wouldn't even get my glasses if the survival of mankind depended on it.
Funny you should say that.
Zach, not those old stories again. Please, my decision is final.
Have you lost your mind? I'm not doing that. And certainly not with Debbie. I'm not interested in anything special.
As usual then. Bye, Zach.
Ciao. All right. But just keep working, okay?
See you later then, Zach.
Good idea. Maybe now I can get her glasses.
What is it? Suddenly everything is so blurry.
Ha! Now that's what I call a good catch. To the airport, please. My ticket to Mexico. Count me out. That's an interesting idea, but so is the Kama Sutra. And I'm not trying anything from that either. Yeah, I think I've finally gotten the hang of these glyphs. I'm not an expert, and I'll probably pronounce it all wrong, but the inscription reads, Sesamo abierto, soy su amo. I hope this will help me figure out what's going on here. Sesamo abierto, soy su amo. Hey, this gets better and better by the minute. Looks like I found another secret room. What am I going to say about that? Oh, that doesn't work. It wouldn't hurt if you used a little more brain power. I shouldn't waste the little time I've got. Okay, but only if I get paid. I'm not doing it for free. Something's happening. The hell? This looks like a Caponian skull. So wait, the Aztecs had made contact with the Caponians? They've been trying to conquer the world for centuries. Either they prayed to this Caponian like a god, Or they sacrificed him to one. Like a great story. Once I'm done saving the world, I have to come back here and dig up more ancient records. The written kind, not the heavy metal kind. Uh-oh, that little voice in my head is saying, take it again. I guess I better put that in my inventory.
For centuries, the Caponians reigned over much of the earth. Hundreds of thousands were enslaved and forced to build imposing structures. Harbors for their spaceships, monuments that symbolized their immeasurable power. They appeared as high priests and brought fear and terror. All their power and energy came from a purple crystal. The Scalarians managed to drive off the Caponians and hide the artifact. But now that they have returned and gained back the crystal, it is up to you to protect the Earth. This skull will be of help to you.
No, it won't work that way. Okay, let's go back to the airport.
Dum-dee. Dum-dee-dum. So, what's new?
The boss has instructed our informant in Mexico to get rid of that annoying reporter.
Finally. It was about to get risky. Did you complete this mission? Well, he regretfully lost trace of him, and currently I'm not getting any contact with him. What? How could that happen?
That jungle is like a freaking maze. He probably got lost in it somewhere.
Damn it. So the only hope we have is that McKracken will get lost too. Let's go back to the project topic now. Is everything still running on schedule?
Yes, sir. The tests were successful. It appears to be the right crystal, perfectly suited as a power source for our machine.
Finally, some good news. So tell the king that we are about to begin. He will be very satisfied.
Connection established.
We are ready, boss.
Initiate phase blue now.
All right, boss, on the way.
Finally, I can go back to home sweet home San Francisco. Where am I supposed to go now? Fair enough. I really need to be getting home. Hang on, I'll only be a second.